Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ. I welcome all the South Indians and Northeast Indians who prefer to watch the videos in English language. In this video, I will bring to you the best multiple choice questions from the first week of December. Please note that I was away for a while. I had to attend a medical camp, and so I'm bringing this video to you a little late than usual, but that does not mean that there is a compromise in the quality. In fact, I had made 300 questions from the first week itself. There were so many happenings in this particular week, but I have chosen the best 170 questions. But if I had covered those 170 questions in one video, that would not have done justice, as it would have been a long, tedious 3-hour video. So I have divided the video into two parts. This video will have 70 questions and the second part will have around 90 questions. Those are the 160 questions which I have covered. So this video will be around 50 minutes in length. So 50 minutes is surmountable for most of you. You will not lose your patience. And I've covered a lot of extra things also, which will help you in your IBPS PO mains interview also. This video will be highly useful for UPSC, for CLAT, Hotel Management BB entrance, but also for other exams. So you can follow me on Facebook. Link is in the description below. And our best selling pen drive right now is CLAT and Kendriya Vidyalaya. But we have also launched updated pen drive for SSC CGL 2017 in Hindi and English, and railways and other exams like Hotel Management BBA. So do check out our website for more details, or you can call this number 9580048004. So without further ado, without further delay, and without further making you wait, let's start. Vardah cyclone hit which Indian state? Now look, it's not as simple as you think. These questions are not as simple as you think, because a cyclone never hits only one state. Okay, a cyclone does not have a propaganda and agenda in mind that I'll hit Tamil Nadu and not other states, because Tamil Nadu gets rainfall from the northeast monsoon, that is also called the retreating monsoon. Now it doesn't mean that only Tamil Nadu gets rainfall from northeast monsoon or retreating monsoon. Many other states also get it. Now Vardah cyclone is a cyclone from the Indian Ocean. That's right. So if this is your India, this is your peninsular India. So here is your Indian Ocean. Now it goes in this direction like this, and first it hits Tamil Nadu. So the maximum destruction is in Tamil Nadu, but there is also destruction in Andhra Pradesh. There is also in Orissa. There is also to some extent in West Bengal, then in Bangladesh, like that. So you have to be very thorough. Now please note that Vardah cyclone, if the question comes like this, then of course the answer is Tamil Nadu. Okay, but that doesn't mean that it didn't hit Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. It actually did. So let me give you some idea about how to attempt these questions. If the options are like this, you have to select the best of the options. Okay, this is a cyclone which came from the Indian Ocean and hit the east coast of India. Now east coast of India, so the acceptable answers are Tamil Nadu, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, to some extent West Bengal, but also Puducherry and Andhra Pradesh. Puducherry and and Andaman and Nicobar. Andhra Pradesh, it is understood, it is also on the eastern coast. So these are all acceptable answers. So but the maximum destruction was caused in Tamil Nadu, so the answer is Tamil Nadu. Now let me also cover some other cyclones. Vardah I have covered. Now let's talk about Roanu. So Roanu is a cyclone which originated in Sri Lanka. It then intensified, and then it went to Bangladesh. Okay, so it caused rainfall on the eastern coast again. So the acceptable answers are, Andhra, Odisha, but also some part of Tamil Nadu. So any option which is there, you have to mark accordingly. Let's talk about Kyant. Okay, Kyant did not cause any significant destruction. However, the acceptable answers are Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu, again on the eastern coast. It caused moderate rainfall. It did not cause actual havoc, but some part of Odisha was also affected by Kyant. Now let's talk about Nada. Nada has been in a lot of news. Again, it caused maximum destruction in Tamil Nadu, but also in some parts of Kerala, because it struck vertically from below, from south, from the Indian Ocean. These are all the cyclones from Indian Ocean except Nilofer and Hudhud. Nilofer is a little old. Nilofer is from Arabian Sea, so it is the western coast of India. So it hit Gujarat and also Pakistan, Nilofer. And Hudhud, of course, Andhra and Odisha. It caused serious rainfall last year. Now please note that some people also ask me how the cyclones are named, because all of these are like very, very different kind of names. These are not the usual names that you hear in your day-to-day lives. So these are named. There is a committee. There is an international committee on tropical cyclones. That committee, that panel selects the names. So in September 2004, there was a meeting of all the Asian countries, and they suggested various names, and 64 names were shortlisted. Now Vardah name was suggested by Pakistan, and Vardah means rose. That's right. And also please note, there is one difference between the cyclones in the European countries or America and Asia. In Asia, the cyclones are destructive in nature. That is why you will not see the same cyclone name gets repeating. Okay. So for example, if there is a cyclone again in Andhra and Orissa, it will never be named again Hudhud. It is only one time. Whereas in America, Europe, the names are repeated. That is one difference. And also there are certain guidelines from the International Panel on Tropical Cyclones. The guidelines are that the cyclone name should not be culturally sensitive. It should not have any inflammatory meaning. It should be neutral. Okay, like that. And there is, since death and destruction in the Indian Ocean, the names are retired. So in Asia, the names are retired. They are not used again. Now, moving on, World AIDS Day is observed across the world on 1st of December every year. So this in itself is a question, that World AIDS Day is observed on which date? It is 1st of December. What was the theme this year? Now let me tell you about AIDS. AIDS, we have no cure. It is caused by HIV virus, but anyone who suffers from HIV virus infection, it does not have AIDS. AIDS is the last stage, when the patient is almost dead. He is moribund. He is about to die. That time we say that the patient has AIDS. So AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. That means there is a deficiency of immunity. Our immunity is compromised, and therefore even a small infection is potentially life-threatening. So that is AIDS. And in AIDS, there is a deficiency of T helper cells in the body. T helper cells are the cells which provide us cell-mediated immunity. And there is also another type of cell called B cell. B cell provide us antibody-mediated immunity or humoral immunity. That is, these two mechanisms are extremely important for a person to ward off infections. And this time the theme was hands up for HIV prevention. The Raj Bhavan of which state became the first to go cashless? What is the meaning of cashless? It will not use cash for transactions. So there will be cashless transaction. Raj Bhavan means the official residence of governor of a state is called Raj Bhavan. So Raj Bhavan of Himachal Pradesh is the first in India to go cashless. Now Himachal Pradesh governor is Acharya Devvrat. He actually was at the front of this. He said that our Raj Bhavan will go cashless. So he took the initiative. Acharya Devvrat, he is the governor of Himachal Pradesh, and Himachal Pradesh has Congress government. Capital is Shimla. Name of the CM is Veerbhadra Singh. Veerbhadra Singh. That's right. Now let me give you some other important data that is required. If in exam they ask you which is the first village in India to become cashless, the answer is Akodara. Okay. If you recall, in 2015, ICICI Bank had started an initiative whereby ICICI Bank said that it wants to make certain villages in India cashless, digital. So Akodara was the first village chosen by ICICI, and therefore it became cashless, it became digital, and it is also the first village to become cashless. It is also the first village to become digital. Now what are other questions which might be put up by the examiners? So they can ask Akodara village is where? Which district? So the answer is Sabarkantha. Sabarkantha is in Gujarat. Okay. It is the first village in India to become cashless. Ibrahimpur, it is the first village in South India to go cashless. Ibrahimpur is a small village in Siddipet district of Telangana. Siddipet. Okay. Dhasai. Dhasai is the first village in Maharashtra to go cashless. Dhasai is 70 kilometers from Thane. It is in Thane district, and it is in Maharashtra. If they ask you which is the first village in Pune to go cashless, it is Pimpri Budruk. Pune, as you know, is a very important district of Maharashtra, almost 2 to 3 hours drive from Mumbai. Pimpri Budruk is the first village in Pune to go cashless. If they ask you which is the first village in Jharkhand to go cashless, it is Nuagram village. It is the first village in Jharkhand to go cashless. This village, Nuagram, is in Singhbhum. In fact, eastern part of Singhbhum. Singhbhum is very, very popular for the coal mining, coal reserve, Damodar, typical Damodar Valley area. Lachampur. It is the first village in Uttarakhand to go cashless. Uttarakhand has Congress government. Again, Harish Rawat is the CM, and Pauri Garhwal is the district in which Lachampur village is there. Palnar, it is the first village in Chhattisgarh to go cashless. It is in Dantewada, and if you recall, Dantewada is highly, leftist insurgency, leftist, Maoist Naxal affected area. So it is the first village in Chhattisgarh to go cashless. Palnar in Dantewada district of Chhattisgarh. Bhartol is the first village in Uttar Pradesh to go cashless. It is in Bareilly district. Bareilly is a very popular constituency from Congress point of view. Bhartol, first village in Uttar Pradesh to go cashless. Fazlipur Badli. Fazilpur Badli is the first village in Haryana to go cashless. It is in Gurugram. It is 30 kilometers from the main part of Gurugram, Gurgaon. The new name is Gurugram. It is the first village. Lanura, it is the first village in Jammu and Kashmir to go cashless. It is in Srinagar. Lanura in J&K. So I hope those facts help you in your interview also. Next, moving on. Very, very important question. Montreal Protocol, you know about Montreal and Kyoto. We have made separate videos on these particular topics. Very, very important, almost as in all the exams. Now, Montreal Protocol, there is a slight modification. Recently, there was a meeting in Rwanda. Rwanda is in Africa. It's an African country where the famous genocide happened in the early 90s between the Hutu and the Tutsis. Okay. Have you seen the movie Hotel Rwanda? Beautiful movie. Do check that out. So there was a genocide in Rwanda that was is rise to fame. Now, Kigali is a place in Rwanda. And at Kigali, all the countries met who were signatory to the Montreal Protocol, and they decided that hydrofluorocarbons will need to be eliminated from all the countries. Now, there are developing countries and there are developed countries. Developed countries will need to also get rid of hydrofluorocarbons, but at a much faster pace because they can survive without the HFCs, whereas developing countries will need a little bit of time. So, what is the freeze year for India? Freeze year is the year at which the consumption of HFCs will peak. After that, it will start declining. So for India, that is kept at 2028. Now in the exams, they might also ask you what is the baseline year. So 2028 is the freezing year for India. But what is the baseline year? Baseline year is from 2024 to 2026. That is the baseline year for India. So keep those things in mind. Hydrofluorocarbons are very destructive. Number one, they cause greenhouse effect. That is, they cause warming of the atmosphere. Number two, they are potentially very destructive for ozone layer. They might cause a hole in the ozone layer. And also note that the ozone layer, the unit of measuring the hole is Dobson units. Dobson unit is the unit that is used for measuring the hole in the ozone layer. So all these things are extremely important. And Montreal Protocol is important. Montreal is in Canada, and Montreal also has the headquarters of World Anti-Doping Agency. Now, Golden Jubilee, which means 50 years. 50 years complete of United Nations Commission on International Trade Law. International trade law is extremely important. United Nations headquarters, you know, it is in New York, just like UNICEF, which is an agency of United Nations that works for children welfare, well-being. Now, 50 years completed of UN Citral. Where did the Golden Jubilee celebrations take place? They took place in India, in New Delhi. That's right. And the inauguration was done by Pranab Mukherjee. Magnus Carlsen, the world chess champion now for the third time in a row. For the first two times, he beat Indian Tamil Tiger Vishwanathan Anand. Okay. Magnus Carlsen is world chess champion. He is from Norway. This in itself is a very, very important question. Magnus Carlsen is from Norway and he beat which player? So it was very close. I was watching it live. There were 12 matches. It drew 6-6, one win per player. Then Magnus Carlsen is very strong in tie breaks. So he won in the tie breaks and he beat Sergey Karyakin, who is also the youngest grandmaster in the world. Sergey Karyakin was born in Ukraine. He is basically a Russian, and the answer is Sergey Karyakin. So this is an important question. Magnus Carlsen is unbeatable right now. UNESCO, the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, headquarters is in Paris, capital of France. UNESCO added which dance along with Belgian beer to intangible cultural heritage list at the meeting held at the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa. So Addis Ababa is the capital of Ethiopia. And UNESCO, it added which dance and Belgian beer. So which dance? It is the dance of Cuba. It is called Ramba. Samba is the dance of Brazil, Samba dance. Ramba is Cuba. And they added Ramba. Why? Because Cuban revolutionary leader Fidel Castro expired. So UNESCO said that it is a tribute to Fidel Castro that the dance of Cuba, which is Ramba, is added in the UNESCO Intangible Cultural Heritage List. What is the meaning of Intangible Cultural Heritage List? See, you know about cultural heritage, UNESCO World Heritage like Rani Ki Vav, Kanchenjunga National Park, Chandigarh Capitol Complex, you know, all these things, Valley of Flowers and all that. These are cultural heritage, but there is something known as intangible. Intangible means something that you can't touch. So like dance, like music, all these are intangibles. So UNESCO also has an intangible cultural heritage list. Now our cabinet has decided to provide help, aid or central assistance to almost 36,000, more than 36,000 displaced families from Pakistan occupied areas of Jammu and Kashmir, also called Pakistan occupied Kashmir. The capital of Pakistan occupied Kashmir is Muzaffarabad. Okay, it's a hell, living hell for everyone. There are a lot of human rights violations, there are atrocities by the Pakistani army, and so there are a lot of displaced families, the refugees, so-called refugees. How much money will the central government give? So it is 5.5 lakh per family, but total money is 2000 crore. So the answer is 2000 crore. But if they ask per family, then the answer is 5.5 lakh. 5.5 lakh is the amount which will be given per family, which will be given to each family so that they can be streamlined, they can be brought into mainstream. What was India's GDP growth in the second quarter, that is July to September 2016? So there is a difference between gross value added and GDP. I will cover this in my banking awareness video for the month of December, so do check that out after 15 days. Now, India's GDP growth in second quarter. What is the meaning of all this quarter and all this financial year fiscal? See, financial year in India starts from 1st of April. So for this year 2016, it started from 1st April 2016 and it carried on till 31st March. It will carry on till 31st March 2017. That is also called financial year. It is also called fiscal. Okay, you can also say fiscal year. Now, the year is divided into 4 parts, that is called quarter. So the first, it starts from April. So first quarter was April, May and June. Second was July, August and September. So from July to September, what was India's GDP growth? That is what they are asking. So India's GDP growth was 7.3%. But if they ask you what was India's gross value added, that was 7.1%. Okay, gross value added was 7.1%, GDP growth 7.3%. Which bank has launched Aadhaar Payment Bridge System? Okay, that is you can make the payment using Aadhaar card, Aadhaar number. It will be for small ticket microfinance loan disbursements, becoming the first bank in India to do so on its own platform. Okay, so which bank has done this? Aadhaar Payment Bridge System, it is the RBL Bank. The headquarter of RBL Bank is in Kolhapur. That's right, Kolhapur is in Maharashtra. Why is Kolhapur famous? Kolhapur is famous first for its chilies. Okay, Kolhapuri mirch, Kolhapuri masale, spices. But more importantly, Kolhapur is famous for its wrestlers. It is called the city of wrestlers in India. Some of the best wrestlers in India have come from not Haryana but from Kolhapur. So RBL Bank headquarter is in Kolhapur, Maharashtra. Bandhan Bank headquarter is in Kolkata. It is the first bank in India after independence who has got its headquarter in an eastern Indian city. Okay. Vijaya Bank is a bank of Karnataka. Its headquarter is in Bengaluru. South Indian Bank is a bank based out of Kerala. Headquarter is in Thrissur. So you should know the headquarters of all the banks. Now look at this gun. It looks scary, but we have bought it. So we have bought 145 such guns. They are called M777 ultralight howitzer. Okay. So there was a scam also, howitzer scam. There was a scam in Bofors also. Do you know about Bofors? It was a 70 crore rupee scam. Rajiv Gandhi government was heavily indicted for it, and we bought the guns from Sweden. Bofors guns we bought from Sweden. Okay. These guns won us the Kargil war, but still scam is a scam. Now howitzer deal is worth 6,000 crore, that is like $750 million, and they are asking India has signed this deal with which country? From which country are we buying howitzer gun? So we are buying it from United States of America. The autobiography of which Indian has won the prestigious Crossword Book of the Year award in the autobiography category? So Crossword, is a bookstore, famous bookstore, and they gave the award Crossword Book of the Year in the autobiography category. This book was also in Limca Book of Record for the largest number of copies sold. It is the autobiography of which Indian? It is the autobiography of Master Blaster Sachin Tendulkar. The autobiography is called Playing It My Way. Playing It My Way. Now, Facebook and Amazon, they both want to help Indian entrepreneurs. Who is an entrepreneur? Someone who is a businessman. The fancy word is entrepreneur. Entrepreneur basically someone who starts a new startup, this startup ecosystem, startup culture. So Facebook and Amazon has launched something known as Launchpad. They will ask this in exam, that Amazon has launched which service for entrepreneurs, for financially backing entrepreneurs. It is called Launchpad. But Facebook has launched something known as FB Start Program. FB Start Program is an initiative by Facebook to help entrepreneurs in India. That is, they will help the startups financially. So in which startup Facebook has invested 40,000 US dollars? It is a fashion startup, Kutlut. Now which bank has tied up with Spice Digital? Spice Digital retail store. There are more than 20,000 Spice Digital stores in India. So which bank has tied up with Spice Digital for making payments, for remitting money at the retail outlets of Spice Digital? It is the Federal Bank. Federal Bank. Recently, there was an MOU which was signed between Mahabodhi Lord Buddha College of Namsai with which country for cultural, spelling wrong, cultural and academic exchange. See, MOU is Memorandum of Understanding. It is not legally binding. That is called a MOU. It was signed between Mahabodhi Lord Buddha College of Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, so they can also ask that which Indian state signed a MOU with Thailand. This was actually signed with Thailand. So this is the College of Namsai in Arunachal Pradesh. It signed a MOU for cultural exchange, for mutual cooperation with Thailand. Which company set up a 55,000 ton per annum Odisha ferrochrome plant at a cost of rupees 542 crore in the Gopalpur industrial area in Ganjam district in Odisha? Okay, Ganjam is a district in Odisha. So Odisha has some very popular districts like Bhubaneswar, Cuttack, etc. but also not so much popular like Kalahandi and Angul and Ganjam. So keep a close watch on these districts also. Lot happens in these districts also. Odisha is one of the poorest states of India. Now Ganjam district, there is a 55,000 ton ferrochrome plant. Who is setting up this plant? So it is Tata Steel. Tata Steel, which is one of the most loss-making companies in the world right now. In fact, Tata has 100 plus companies. Only 2 companies are profitable right now. All the companies are in loss. No wonder they fired Cyrus Mistry. So Tata Steel is the answer. India International Science Festival 2016 was recently held in which Indian city? India International Science Festival, very very important. Although the Science City of India is Bengaluru. Bengaluru is called the Science City of India, IT City of India, and the Tech City of India, and lot of names Bengaluru shares. It is also called the Science City. It is also called the Space City of India because ISRO headquarters is in Bengaluru. But this International Science Festival did not take place in Bengaluru. It took place in New Delhi. Now, how many essential medicines at discounted price are being provided to the people through Amrit Yojana? Amrit scheme. What is Amrit? See, now listen carefully. There are 2 schemes, okay? One is Amrit scheme. One is called Jan Aushadhi. Both of these schemes, they provide, the medicines at cheap price to the poor people, okay? Discounted price, subsidized price. But what is the difference between these 2 schemes then? The difference is Amrit scheme is started by Ministry of Health. Okay, and who is our Minister of Health? Cabinet Minister JP Nadda. Now, Jan Aushadhi scheme is also similar scheme, that is the pharmacy stores are opened across India which provide medicine at low price. Okay, but Jan Aushadhi scheme is not by Ministry of Health. That is the difference. Jan Aushadhi scheme is by Ministry of Chemical and Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizer. Yes, Department of Pharmacology, Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizer. It is started by that. Now, the first Amrit store, pharmacy store in India was opened last year in AIIMS, New Delhi. All India Institute of Medical Science, Ansari Nagar, New Delhi. Whereas the first Jan Aushadhi store was opened way back in 2008 in Amritsar Civil Hospital. Okay. So that is the difference between the 2 schemes. Now we are talking about Amrit scheme. How many essential medicines? Essential medicines are those medicines which you need day-to-day lives. Those need to be subsidized because poor people need them. So there are 540 medicines which are provided in the Amrit outlets at very very low price. This was informed in a written, format to the Parliament by the Union Minister for Health, Mr. JP Nadda. Now there is a Hornbill festival. It is a 10-day long festival. It was recently held in which state? One of the most important festivals of Northeast India. It is a festival of Nagaland. Nagaland's capital is Kohima. It is a 10-day long festival. It is a cultural festival. So it's an important festival. Even Pradhan Mantri Narendra Modi attended this festival in 2014. Reserve Bank of India demonetized the notes. 500, 1000 gone. Now, which section of the RBI Act? RBI Act of 1934. Okay, Reserve Bank of India enforced in 1935. So RBI Act was 1934. And which section of the Reserve Bank of India Act? It gives the power to the RBI to take this decision. That is that RBI can demonetize the notes. Who gave the RBI this power? It is section 24(1). Okay, and this is an important question. It's a technical question. You know it or you don't. The answer is section 24(1) of the RBI Act 1934 empowers the RBI to demonetize notes. What is the name of the technology that is being used by the Ministry of Road and Transport? Okay, our Union Minister for Road and Transport is Nitin Gadkari from Maharashtra. So, which technology is used by Ministry of Road and Transport through which people can make payments using their credit or debit card that use radio frequency identification technology? Now, let me explain to you what is this technology. I have got a diagram also. See, when you go to a toll plaza, okay, where you need to pay toll tax, there is a huge line. So your petrol is wasted or your diesel or LPG is wasted in line. You need to keep your car on because you have to accelerate it as and when needed. Then time is wasted, important, and there's a traffic congestion and all that things. So this is the solution. You know, on your windshield of a car, that is your this front screen, your you will be having a device which is called RFID device. Okay, you just need to slow down your car and just go usually. This will have RFID technology, and automatically the money will be cut from your prepaid instrument, from any credit or debit card. Your money will be cut. Okay, you don't need to stop there for a while. You don't need to do a cash transaction, etc. That is called RFID technology. So what is the name of that? That is called FASTag. FASTags. Intergovernmental Committee for the Safeguarding or Protecting of the Intangible Cultural Heritage has inscribed which Indian traditional system in UNESCO's representative list? So what are our traditional system of medicine? They are called Ayush. Okay, they are called Ayush. That is Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. There is a separate department called Ministry of Ayush. So one of these was selected, that is Yoga was selected. So this is a huge boost to yoga. We also celebrate Yoga Day. First question for you: when do we celebrate Yoga Day? Do not use any search engine. Do not ask your friends. Be honest. Write in comments if you know when is Yoga Day celebrated in India. So this is a huge boost for yoga that UNESCO has included yoga in its representative list. Yoga is India's gift to the world. Which Indian state has made it compulsory for the students of metric class 10 and 12 to have Aadhaar card? And Aadhaar card is essential for applying for the 2017 examination, that is their boards and other type of examination, but Aadhaar card is a must. This decision has been taken by the Educational Board of Haryana. And why they have taken this decision? So that there can be verification of documents, there can be no cheating, etc. Aadhaar card will be necessary if you want to apply for the 2017 examination. That's important. Haryana has BJP government. Manohar Lal Khattar is the CM. Which bank has launched a digital transaction service through mobile phones named SIM Se Pay? That is pay through your SIM. And you don't need mobile phone. You don't need internet also. You just need your SIM card. That's it. And you can do money transfer. Which bank has started this unique service? This bank is the Yes Bank. Yes Bank has started this service. It is one of the largest private banks in India. Now there are a lot of these mobile wallets these days. There's Paytm, there is this Oxygen, there is Citrus, there is this M-Pesa, there is this MobiKwik. So do keep a close watch on who is doing tie-up with whom, and the questions on these will be very frequently asked in the MCQs. Next, BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electrical Limited, is a Maharatan company, one of the biggest PSUs in India. BHEL has commissioned the first unit of the 4 into 30 megawatt Pulichintala hydroelectric project in which state? So Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited has put the first unit. So basically it has put 30 megawatt. There will be 4 plants, but only one has been established now. It is in Pulichintala project. It is in which state? So it is in Guntur district. And if you know your GK, Guntur is in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, it is not in Telangana. It is in Andhra Pradesh. Now Guntur is famous for what? Okay, it is famous for tobacco. It is also called the Tobacco City of India. Next, in which year ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, with its headquarters in Bengaluru, making it the Space City of India? Now, in which year ISRO will launch Chandrayaan 2? Chandra means what? Chandra means moon. We call it Chandrama in Hindi. So Chandrayaan 2. Now, when was Chandrayaan 1 launched? It was in 2008. Okay, Chandrayaan 1. That is, you send these shuttles to moon. That was Chandrayaan 1. It was a successful mission by ISRO. Now there is Chandrayaan 2, India's second mission to the moon. When it will be launched? It will be launched in 2018, right after 10 years. So it's easy to remember. 2008 Chandrayaan 1, 2018 Chandrayaan 2. Makkal Pavalar Inkulab passed away recently. He was related to which field? He was related to which field? So he was basically a poet, but he was also a social activist. So he was basically a poet. So the answer is he used to write poems, and he used to write poems in Tamil. Okay, and the guy was very popular. He was a legendary icon, Tamil icon. He also protested against the AIADMK government in 2002 when they removed the statue of Kannaki, if you recall. So all these things are important. He was a poet. Which Indian airport is the most connected airport in India and 22nd most connected airport in the world? And this report was provided by the Air Travel Intelligence Company, which is called OAG. It is also the largest airport in India. It is the Indira Gandhi International Airport in New Delhi. Now, second question for you. Veer Savarkar Airport is where? Okay, hint, it is in a union territory. Veer Savarkar Airport. This question has been asked n number of times. Gopinath Bordoloi, you know it's in Guwahati. At which place did the cabinet minister for railway, who is Suresh Prabhu? He led the foundation stone, or he put the first stone for the rolling stock component factory, which will be established at an estimated cost of 300 crore rupees. At which place the foundation stone was laid down? It is in Ratnagiri, and Ratnagiri is in Maharashtra. Okay, Ratnagiri is a place in Maharashtra. If they ask where in Ratnagiri, then it is near Chiplun, called Lord Parshuram area. South Africa, it has launched a multi-year trial of a vaccine for which incurable disease, and this trial is only the second trial for this incurable disease, and this has been done after 7 years, and a lot of hopes are pinned on this, that finally some medicine for this disease will be devised. Please note that all these 4 diseases are incurable. Okay, they can be controlled, but they cannot be cured, so be careful. Diabetes, well, diabetes 1, diabetes 2, two types of diabetes. Diabetes 1, there is the beta cells of pancreas are compromised, so no insulin. Basically, it's usually genetic in nature. There are other reasons also, autoimmune, etc. Diabetes 2 is the most common, 99% have diabetes 2. And diabetes 2 is the insulin resistance developed in our body. It's not curable. There is no cure for diabetes, not at least in medical science. AIDS, I've told you already, and the answer for this question is AIDS. In fact, HIV positive individual, if uncured, then can suffer from AIDS. Now there are a lot of medicines like zidovudine, lamivudine, which are asked in exams for HIV positive individual, but how effective are they? They are not very effective. Next, dengue, we give supportive treatment, like we can give the patient platelets and all, but there is no cure for dengue. Okay, dengue is caused by a virus, but this virus is carried by a mosquito called Aedes mosquito. Now asthma again, it's hypersensitivity reaction, and asthma we give steroids. In status asthmaticus we can give adrenaline and all that things, but again there is no cure for asthma. Again there is no cure for like lupus and all, like any autoimmune disease, there is no cure. So for AIDS there are trials going on human beings. Next, which city became the most geo-tagged city on Instagram? That means that the people who post photos on Instagram, they tagged we are in New York. So it was the most tagged city on Instagram in 2016. This honor goes to New York in United States of America, where headquarter of United Nations and UNICEF is there. Now there is an edible oil company called Ruchi Soya Industry. It has signed it has started an initiative to help the farmers, which is called Kisan Kalyan Ayojan. Kisan means farmer, Kisan Kalyan means welfare. Kisan Kalyan Ayojan, it's an initiative by Ruchi Soya Industry, for which they have partnered with a bank. Which bank is that? Okay, that bank is the State Bank of India. State Bank of India. Who won the presidential elections in Gambia? Okay, see, Gambia, this guy was ruling for the past 22 years. Okay, there was a coup in 1994 when he took over Gambia. Okay, his name is Yahya Jammeh, but finally after 22 years he was beaten. He was beaten by which person? He was beaten by Adama Barrow, who is the new president of Gambia, who has been appointed as the interim chief executive officer, or CEO in short, of NSE, National Stock Exchange of India. He replaced Chitra Ramakrishna. Chitra Ramakrishna resigned as MD and CEO. And National Stock Exchange is our largest stock exchange. Now there is Bombay Stock Exchange also. Bombay Stock Exchange right now by revenue or by listing is not the number one, it is number two. But Bombay Stock Exchange is the oldest stock exchange in India and also in Asia, not just in India. So Mr. Chitra Ramakrishna is replaced by J. Ravichandran. With which country India has signed 4 agreements? Okay, first is in cyber security, then visa relaxation, investment and ports management. Okay, this country is Qatar. Qatar, the Prime Minister of Qatar was recently on visit to India. Who is the Prime Minister of Qatar? His name is Sheikh Abdullah bin Nasser bin Khalifa Al Thani. That's right, it's the name of one person. Qatar, the capital is Doha, and Qatar will host the Football World Cup in 2022. In 2018, World Cup will be in Russia. Now, Qatar, we signed agreement in cyber security. I hope that we had signed cyber security agreement with Russia. Russia is in news for all the cyber hacking these days. It is number one. Nobody beats Russia and Israel when it comes to cyber security. Who has been nominated by President-elect Donald Trump as the United States Secretary of Defense? Why I wrote President-elect? Because he will take over as the President on 21st of January. 20th January is the date when Obama finally exits from the White House after a long 8 years. Donald Trump was a Republican nominee. He beat Hillary Clinton, who was the Democrat nominee. Donald Trump is in controversy. He's always in controversy, but right now he's in controversy because number one, he has taken on China directly. He is trying to malign China. He is unhappy because China also did something. China, they basically snatched the American submarine and they established it. They broke some international norm, international rule of the UN clause maybe. So more details on that soon. But Donald Trump, he's in controversy because of his cabinet. The choices that he's making for his cabinet are unsavory. And the latest in the list is James Mattis, who is the Secretary of Defense, who is chosen as Secretary of Defense. These are all unproven billionaires. The Central Pollution Board, the aim of which is to control the pollution, has put real-time and manual pollution monitoring station in 4 states. Which of the following is not there in the plan of action? Which of the following is not selected by the Central Pollution Control Board for real-time and manual pollution monitoring station? So Delhi is there, yes. Haryana is there, yes. Rajasthan is also there. Punjab is not there. Instead, Uttar Pradesh is there. So Delhi, Haryana, Rajasthan and Punjab, these are the 4 areas where pollution is a big problem. Next question. Which Formula 1 racing driver has announced his retirement after becoming champion? Yes, he won the world's driver championship. He is the Formula 1 world champion. He is Nico Rosberg. But right after becoming champion, he announced his retirement. So he surprised a lot of people. The maximum victories this year was by Lewis Hamilton. Maximum victories were by Lewis Hamilton, who also drives Mercedes. He is from Britain. Nico Rosberg also drives Mercedes, but he is from Germany. Lewis Hamilton will be the firm favorite next year. Which athlete won the 2016 IAAF Male Athlete of the Year award for the 6th time? So he has won 9 Olympic gold medals. Okay, he won 3 into 3 gold medals. That is, every past 3 Olympics he won 3 gold medals. 1 in 100 meter, 1 in 200 meter, 1 in 100 into 4 relay. His name is Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt is from which country? He is from Jamaica. Which Indian city recently hosted 6th Heart of Asia conference? And this was very important. Why? Because terrorism was the main issue. In the Amritsar Declaration, the terrorism was, there was in unison, all the countries said that terrorism is the main issue. So it's a big blow to Pakistan, and Heart of Asia conference was in Amritsar in Punjab. India celebrated its 45th Navy Day. On which date? On which date do we celebrate the Navy Day? So if you recall, in 1971 Bangladesh Liberation War, our Navy played a huge role. They destroyed Karachi single-handedly. They destroyed the entire Karachi harbour. And to commemorate that, we celebrate the Navy Day in India. It was the 45th Navy Day. But when do we celebrate it? That is the question. We celebrate it on the 4th of December every year. What was the theme for the 7th World Ayurveda Congress that was organized in Kolkata? So they can also ask, where was the 7th World Ayurveda Congress held? It was in Kolkata in West Bengal. Now, what was the theme? The theme this year was strengthening the Ayurveda ecosystem. Strengthening the Ayurveda ecosystem. Which Indian or which city celebrated the 10-day? Which Indian city celebrated the 10-day Tripitak Sutrapath Mahotsav. So Tripitak Sutrapath Mahotsav is the Mahotsav in which we worship Lord Buddha. Okay, we worship Lord Buddha. When we talk about Lord Buddha, there is only one city that comes to mind, which is Bodh Gaya in Bihar. In Bihar, 3 villages are made cashless. Okay, one is, and all these 3 villages are in Patna, which is the capital of Bihar. One is the Bindtoli village, one is the Basti village, and third is the Patsa village. Okay, these are made cashless. Which bank has made them cashless? Which bank took the pain? Which bank took the initiative, started the initiative of making these villages cashless? It is the Bank of Baroda, which itself is cashless right now because of the huge losses. Which district became the first district in Assam to pay wages to the tea garden workers through individual bank accounts? Assam, you know, is very, very important because the maximum tea production in India is in Assam. But if I ask you where is the tea production maximum, which city, then you will say Darjeeling. But Darjeeling is not in Assam. Darjeeling is in West Bengal. Now, Assam, which district is the first district to go cashless in that sense that it paid its wages to the tea garden workers through bank account? It is the Hailakandi district in Assam. Which bank launched its own mobile and tablet based digital wallet called SIP wallet? SIP wallet. Okay, SIP wallet is launched by which bank? It's again for cashless transaction. It is launched by DCB Bank. With the help of which country did India build Kundankulam nuclear power plant in Tamil Nadu? Very, very important. Our all-weather friend Russia. Russia capital is Moscow. Currency is ruble, and the president, the head of state, is Vladimir Putin. Now, please note that why I'm asking you this question is also important because recently we signed the General Framework Agreement on Kundankulam Units 5 and 6 with Russia. So the answer is Russia. Which Indian teenager won the International Children's Peace Prize for exceptional work in combating environmental degradation? He has done significant work to reverse the environmental degradation. His name is Kehakasan Basu, and the award was given to her. She's a girl. Award was given to her by Bangladesh's Nobel Prize winner Muhammad Yunus. Muhammad Yunus is a Nobel Peace Prize winner from Bangladesh. Which is the only Indian city among the 11 cities of the world which were honored with the best cities of 2016 when it comes to solid waste management? So it is also called the city of joy. The answer is Kolkata. Okay, Kolkata is among the 11 cities across the globe selected from the world which are the best in terms of solid waste management. Which film has been chosen as the best film of 2016 by the New York Film Critics Circle? This is a film which is making waves in Hollywood. The name is La La Land. It's a romantic story. Emma Watson, Ryan Gosling. Do check it out. La La Land. Which Indian has been crowned Miss Supranational 2016? Which Indian? And she is only the second girl to get this award, Miss Supranational 2016. The first one was Asha Bhatt in 2014. But now it is Srinidhi Shetty in 2016. She is only the second Indian to win this beauty pageant competition. Which mobile app is launched by our Tribal Affairs Minister, Mr. Jual Oram? Okay. Which mobile app is developed to promote breastfeeding? See, breastfeeding is very, very important because breastfeeding significantly reduces the morbidity and mortality among the newborns, and it is very, very important. At least for first 6 months, breastfeeding should be done by the mother to the child. So what is the mobile application that is developed by our Tribal Affairs Minister Jual Oram to promote awareness, spread awareness about the same? It is called Stanpan Suraksha. Stanpan means breastfeeding and Suraksha means security or defense. Which team won the Women's Asia Cup T20? I'm talking about cricket, okay, in Bangkok. Women's Asia Cup T20, and a lot of Indian players performed excellent, like Mithali Raj, Jhulan Goswami, Ekta Bisht, Preeti Bose. They all performed brilliantly. So it was India. India won the Asia Cup, and India beat Pakistan in the final. Next, Bhai Mahavir. He passed away recently. He was related to which field? Bhai Mahavir was former governor. Bhai Mahavir was the former governor of Madhya Pradesh, and they can ask this: he was the former governor of which state? Madhya Pradesh. He was also he was a RSS guy. So the answer is polity. Bekalutsahi passed away recently. He was related to which field? So he was a renowned poet and he was also a Rajya Sabha MP. He was a Congress Rajya Sabha MP. So the answer again is polity. Sammy Lee, this one is most important because he was a 2 times Olympic gold medalist. Sammy Lee died recently. He belonged to which field? So he was into sports. Which sport? He was from USA, by the way. Which sport? He was into diving. What was the 2016 World? When was the World 2016 World Soil Day observed? So World Soil Day was observed on 5th of December, and it was done by Food and Agriculture Organization, which is an agency of the United Nations. Food and Agriculture Organization has its headquarters in Rome, Italy. And the theme this year was, it was regarding pulses. So soils and pulses, the symbiotic relationship. Symbiosis means when both the parties are benefited. Matteo Renzi, he resigned. He suffered a very heavy defeat. He was the prime minister of which country? So he basically, he basically wanted to amend the constitution of this country, but there was a referendum and he was beaten. In that, he resigned as the PM of which country? He was the prime minister of Italy, who has been appointed as the president of Austria. This is not Australia, this is Austria, European country. So the capital of Austria is Vienna, and Austria was very powerful during the World War I days. So Austria, who is the new president? So Mr. Norbert Hofer was the new president is Alexander van der Bellen. Alexander van der Bellen. Which Hindi poet was honored with the prestigious Gangadhar National Award for the year 2015? Hindi poet honored with Gangadhar National Award 2015 for his achievements, for his exceptional contribution to the field of Hindi language. It is Leeladhar Jaguri. Leeladhar Jaguri. With which country India recently held the Home Secretary level talks? Home Secretary level talks. So there are all the levels of talk. There are DGMO level talk. There are Foreign Secretary level talk. There are Home Secretary level talk. So who is our Home Secretary? That you should know. It is Mr. Rajiv Maharishi. Mr. Rajiv Maharishi is our Home Secretary, and he held talks with which country? It is Bangladesh. Who was declared as Time Magazine's Person of the Year? Don't think it is Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi won the Readers Poll only. See, India's population is huge. Okay, 125 crore, 1.25 billion people are there in India. So if Indians start voting every year, there will be Time Magazine Person of the Year will be Indian only. That is why voting is not the final criteria. Okay, in voting, yes. Readers poll, yes, Narendra Modi won. But the actual winner was Donald Trump. Which female athlete won the 2016 IAAF Athlete of the Year award in women's category? So male category, Usain Bolt. Same award, female, who won? And this female is very important because she is Olympic gold medalist. She is from Ethiopia and she won the 10,000 meter marathon race and made a world record. Her name is Almaz Ayana. Super important question. So these were the 70 best questions. Please note this is only the part 1 and I'm very sure you'll be waiting very patiently for part 2, which will be put up in just few hours. Okay, bye.